welcome back to another episode of Biblia Agape. Sorry I haven't posted in a while, but we did post a short last night, so if you haven't seen it, it was just a little announcement pretty much saying that we're going to be going over King Solomon today. So, yeah, let's hop right in and get started. So, we are going to be reading First Chronicles, chapter 1, verses 7 through 12, and they say, "In that night God appeared to Solomon and said to him, 'Ask what I shall give you.' Solomon said to God, 'You have dwelt with my father David with great loving kindness, and have made me king in his place. Now, O Lord God, your promise to my father David is fulfilled, and you have made me king over a people as numerous as the dust of the earth. Give me now wisdom and knowledge, that I may go out and come in before this people. For who can rule this great people of yours?' God said to Solomon, 'Because you had this in mind, and did not ask for riches, wealth, or honor, or the life of those who hate you, nor have you ever asked for long life, but you have asked for yourself wisdom and knowledge, that you may rule my people over whom I have made you king. Wisdom and knowledge have been granted to you, and I will give you riches and wealth and honor, such as none of the kings who were before you has possessed, nor those who will come after you.'" So this is a very great passage, and I was reading it sometime last week. I don't remember when, but sometime last week, and it really stood out to me because God asked Solomon, and he said, "I am going to give you something that will help you rule," and pretty much gave him the option between wealth and knowledge, and Solomon chose knowledge and understanding. And I think that is so good and just so cool, because majority of people would probably have picked wealth over knowledge and understanding and just wisdom, which is, just crazy to think that he chose to have knowledge. And I'm not saying that you can't use both, because you can most definitely use both wealth and riches and being wealthy to serve God. But I personally feel like that it's a lot easier to serve God when you have knowledge, and you have knowledge of him and his word and just of him. And with that, Solomon chose he didn't ask for riches, such as verse 11 said. He didn't ask for riches, wealth, or honor, or even long life, or things to come against his enemies. He simply chose the knowledge and understanding of just everything, and just have wisdom. And in that, God uses him later on in his timeline and his life, and he uses him to do great things and just make awesome and really good decisions for the people of Israel. Because in case you haven't been able to tell from Israel's past kings, they haven't had very good kings, and yeah, they have not had very good kings. And so, not saying that Solomon's not going to mess up, because he's still human and he's still going to mess up. But with him choosing wisdom and choosing, in a way, a step closer to God is just going to be great for both him and Israel. They have a leader who's wise, which I think is so much better to have a wise leader than a rich leader.
I'll just add something in. I think it's super cool how he asked for wisdom, and we've talked about it on this in a video before. Don't quite know, but I know we've talked about it. How when you choose the path of God, that those blessings will come at some point. And maybe you won't see it right away, but it will come. And he chose wisdom, and the blessings come from when you choose the path of God. Yeah, you can keep going.
And that was really good. And in that, we should be willing to, if we have something, if God could give us anything in the world, and or if we would have to give something up for something else, we should be in a position where we are willing to gain something that is going to be glorifying God or just benefiting you and your knowledge of him. And that, honestly, if you ask yourself right now and just say, if God could give me one thing in life, what would it be? Or if God could give me either wisdom or wealth, what would it be? And that should say a lot about whether you are getting, if you're going to be more wise and you're going to want to know more knowledge in him, or if you're just going to want to get richer and to more of where it's benefiting more of you instead of how this is going to help others come to know God and help others learn about him.
I feel I feel like if someone would come up to you and ask you what's one thing that you would want in life, I feel like it's so easy for our mind just to go straight, like super fast, like wealth and
dogs or just like a puppy or like money or something temporary, I guess. That's not necessarily going to be eternal wise. We should just be able to, if someone is going to ask us, if you could have anything in the world, we should be able to, if we can, jump straight to an answer and straight to something. We should be able to know in our heads, like, how is that going to benefit me and my journey with God, and how is that going to benefit others in knowing and getting to know God, and how is this going to be able to serve him, and you can have other like goals and you can do other things that's not necessarily like relative to God. Like, you can enjoy other hobbies, like, I'm just throwing things out here, like chess or playing board games with your family or swimming or sports or anything. You can enjoy other things, but you should still have a firm enough foundation in God and firm enough faith to where you are able to answer that question and still be able to say that the answer is in some way being able to serve God. Because if what you want the most isn't wanting to get stronger in your faith or help others, then you might need to build up your faith a little, because God should be our number one priority, and he should be our number one important thing in our life, an important person in our life. I'm not saying you can't enjoy or have other priorities, but he should be your number one priority. And in that also, and even if you do have to think about that question and think about if I could have anything in the world, what would it be? If you have to think about it, even just in general, that says a lot about who you are. That question right there, honestly, says a whole lot about the kind of person and just who you are. And if you have to think about it a little even, that's okay. That just shows that you're putting thought into it and you're not jumping straight in and just throwing out a nonchalant answer. You're actually thinking about it and purposely putting your mind, like, thinking about it. But yeah, so we should just be willing to, in a way, we should be able to make a difference. I'm not saying you have to choose wisdom, but we should be willing to, in somewhat kind of a way, be able to, us as Christians, choose the path and the choice that is going to be more of serve God, instead of I'm just going to do this to do this. We should do it wholeheartedly and do the thing that, if we can, do the thing that is going to do the most benefit and to share God to others more and change other people's lives. So yeah, that's just about wrapping it up. If you want, you can email us at bibliogapeyt@gmail.com for any prayer requests or even upcoming video requests. Yeah, that's about it. Or if you,
Okay. Yeah. We will be upcoming soon, probably getting into it more, posting shorts. So sometimes they won't, I don't know if this is accurate. I think it's accurate. They won't always show up on the videos, depending on how you see our videos. So you'll have to click on the shorts, and we should be posting more of those in the future and upcoming. So yeah, thank you for watching today's video. Go ahead, go back to any other videos, and we'll see you next time.